Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on getting some of these holes filled in. We're at war right now, but we don't really care. This is fine. They've got that under control, I'm pretty sure. So that should be absolutely okay for right now. We've got this area out over here that could get grabbed away from us in theory, although it's fairly unlikely while this war is ongoing. And then we've got Polaris here, which we should be able to get our hands on for sure. Aculum has an Ether Drake there, and we should probably send both of our fleets after that one. We're already sending a fleet down to the Furanis black hole as we speak. So that looks good. We should be finishing up the upgrading on the first fleet very shortly here. Okay, this is actually going a little bit more slowly, but that's fine. I don't really care that much about it. Should be good. So this industrial world requires a job. We'll put it in an industrial district, but I'm a little concerned about our energy credit situation. Actually, scratch that. I'm pretty concerned about our energy credit situation. Do we happen to have a policy for that? Probably. We could probably do capacity subsidies. That would cost us a fair amount of unity. 219 per month. But I feel like that's probably worth it. Let's run capacity subsidies for now, and we'll see where our economy shakes out at, but I suspect that will be good. We'll get an industrial district building on Golba Industrial as well. So that seems absolutely fine for right now. As soon as we're done with this upgrade here, which is going fairly quickly, we're about 70% done right now. Yeah, that looks good. As soon as we're done with that, we're going to send them out to Polaris. So that looks good. Our council agenda is ready. Let's launch that. That gives us a new counselor slot. So, what do we want? A minister of state or a chairman of mines? Stability for miners is interesting, for sure. But neither of these are particularly amazing. Let's go for the chairman of mines. And sure, this is probably fine. Mechanical pop assembly speed and food from jobs, of all things. Okay, sure. That's fine, I guess? Whatever. So, what else do we have going on here? Worker and slave pop resource output would be interesting. It would indeed. I don't know that anything else here is absolutely necessary. Pop happiness would be okay. Specialist pop resource output. I kind of want to preserve the order here. That should put us positive in energy credits on the next month tick. In theory.
Another day.
Yeah, fantastic. So that looks good. Cruiser hull points has finished up, and we can go for probably Durasteel armor next. Yeah, let's go for it. That'll be fine. We're going to be attacking the Furanis black hole shortly, and we are done upgrading the first fleet. So we're going to go attack Polaris. That'll be absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever there. Cool. So we're heading into Phagor here, or rather into Furanis black hole, and we're going to have no problem whatsoever taking these out. Our range is not as high as we would like right now, that's for sure.
Protocols.
But yeah, absolutely no problem eliminating those. So that's now done. We did end up losing 3 destroyers, so we'll get those queued up, and we should move back to Sol for repairs at this point. So we're going to do that, and I want this guy to first survey the system, then research the projects. And we're going to move in our construction ship as well. So that sounds good for now. We're going to be attacking Polaris here fairly shortly. And that'll be absolutely fine too. So in we go. There should be no problems here. And we just want to come up and attack these guys. Let's head on in. Again, our range isn't quite as high as we would like. That's definitely something that we want to work on. We've got fairly short-range weaponry at this moment. A cool reception, huh? Okay. So there's a work of alien life here. Ah, an archaeological dig. Okay. So that is absolutely fine. Let's head on back and get our repairs at Sol, or should we? Should we head to Puketh? Let's head up towards Puketh for right now. Should be reasonably fine. So Capramar's training has been completed. He is now a commander. Okay, sure. We didn't lose any ships here, so that looks great. We can flash forge a hyper relay. We don't need to. Lateral artifacting is a theoretical thing that we could do, but there's no point in doing that right now. We can save up for planar mastery, and I don't think we need to summon a dimensional fleet at this time. How many astral threads can we store? 2650? Okay. Yeah, let's just save up for this. That'll unlock those new edicts. I'm not sure what they do, but unlocking them is probably a good thing. So that seems fine. How are we doing down in the Pharaonis black hole? Well, we are surveying these ring segments. Yeah, there's a fair amount of surveying yet to do here. That's going to take some time. Okay. So I definitely want to run planar mastery, and we have enough to do that right now. So we're going to do it. That unlocks these edicts, and let's find out what exactly those edicts do. So astral binding, that is a lot of astral threads per month. Okay. Resources from jobs plus 10%. That's pretty good. Shield hit points and hardening up by 25%. That's pretty good too. And this is just plus 5 minor artifacts per month. So 74 is a large number of astral threads for us right now. We can't really afford any of that. That's fine. We can definitely ramp up our astral thread production if we felt like it. I think we should upgrade our energy grid. We've been having some energy issues here. So let's do that for right now. That looks good. And we're getting into position to attack Phuket over here. So you should be fully repaired very soon. Yeah, and we're also still working on those ships arriving, the destroyers. I'm not sure where exactly they are, but reinforcements should be in transit. Yeah, they arrive in 1 month. Okay, we'll just leave that be for now. And for the time being, we just want to finish up our surveys down over here. That is kind of the highest priority. We could research the debris later, come back to it, but I think this is the best time to do it, to be honest. So this is fine. We're just going to get this over with and grab this system. There's not expected to be much in it. It's pretty much a destroyed system. So that is absolutely fine for now. This tech world requires an upgrade. We could upgrade our astral siphon. That would give us additional astral thread production. So that is definitely something that we can think about doing. Do we want to do it right now? I'm going to do it. Let's get going on that. That sounds reasonably fine for the moment. Increasing our astral thread production sounds pretty decent, actually. Okay, so we're almost done surveying over here. The Pharaonis Black Hole 2 will get finished up very, very shortly, then 4, and then we just need this special project, but we can start construction here before then. Excellent. So we'll be able to build our starbase here as soon as this gets surveyed. Any moment. Okay, there we go. We'll get started on that. That sounds good. So this is, of course, our territory. How long is this going to take to research? Okay, that's not very long at all. So once both of these are done, I want them to immediately move to Fear. And they'll get there pretty quickly research on our relay network. So that sounds good. Eco-integration studies have finished up, which is excellent. We are always glad to have more habitability. Edict Fund? We are spending a lot on our edicts right now. And that would give us some base intel level. Do it. That sounds good. So we've only got 8 months on all of our research. All of it will be finished up by then. Particle lances are finishing as well, which is going to allow us to overhaul a little bit our battleships, which would be probably good. Right, hang on, is that size X? Yeah, that's size X. Okay. Sounds good.
Construction project concluded.
Okay, so that's the Kresh Collective making piece. That's absolutely A-okay. So I'm going to build the mining and research stations here in the Pharaonis Black Hole before we head up, but then we're going to head to Fear. Sounds good. So you're on your way up. You'll get there in 200 days. That is excellent. We're going to send in the first fleet very soon here. The enigmatic cache has departed. Okay. I mean, it's a shame, but it's a bigger shame that it wasn't over a science world. That is very, very saddening indeed. We're going to get these constructions done and make our way up as soon as we can. They are currently surveying in Polaris, that's understood, and we are going to head in and attack Phuket at this point. Okay, so we won this war over here. Interesting. These went to the Republic of Shantar Prime. Yeah, that's a little awkward, but whatever. We didn't really participate in it all that much, so that is fine. We have this tech world here that needs an upgrade. I'm going to put it in a city district because we need a building slot. This factory world, we could definitely put in a Ministry of Production here, and I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Excellent. We love having that building slot there. So that is amazing. So, we're going to be attacking over here in Phuket very, very shortly. This is going to be a larger battle than our previous battles. We will take losses, and that is completely understood. So, in we go. This is actually going to be a fairly hefty battle, but we should come out on top. I say as we don't have any shields at all because this is a pulsar.
Research concluded.
Yeah, but it should still be fine. Shields will not affect our Corvette fleet at all, so that's okay. Yeah, we get that all cleaned up nicely. Cool. So the crystal has been shattered. That gives us the option for crystal forged plating. What did we end up losing? We lost a cruiser and 2 destroyers. Okay, build them and head on back to Seoul. So that looks good. I do want this science ship to come into Phuket and survey the system and research the projects in the system as soon as possible. We'll get done with that. We do need a new physics research, and that is going to be... Plasma cannons? Probably plasma cannons. Okay, that'll be fine, and if we were to hop into our ship designer here, that'll upgrade these, so that's good. Our battleship now, I would like to put onto a spinal mount bow. We could put ancient saturator artillery there, or particle lances, and which would we prefer? Ancient saturator artillery is better against shields. Particle lances will kind of fill in our armor vulnerability here, I feel like. So we'll go for that, and we'll put some advanced shields on here. We definitely need to further upgrade this, but for now, this should do. So we'll save that, and this fleet will immediately want to begin upgrading on that. Cool. Zondar has improved his physical form in a number of ways. Without permission, he sent messages across the fleet celebrating his perfected state, and has released a manifesto claiming that the only viable future for a citizen is synthetic ascension. All organic life is frail and doomed to die. I mean, this is correct. This is our ethics. So, yeah, we're going to gain a bunch of unity from that. Cool. I like it. That gives us access to a tradition, and that tradition is reducing build cost and increasing build speed of buildings and districts. Sounds good. Oh, we also have access to filling out prosperity. Interesting. So city districts providing additional housing is irrelevant. We don't care about housing, but we'll just finish off prosperity. That's fine. What do we want for our Ascension perk? That's a good question, actually. We could go for, like, Galactic Contender. Or Voidborn. That's definitely interesting. Habitat expansion can construct advanced housing buildings on habitats. It's really going to be building slots, but we would get building slots from non-urban habitat districts. You know what? Let's take Voidborn. That seems pretty decent. That would allow us to continue to build tall, and I don't mind that. I don't really want to necessarily be forced into expansion, so that sounds okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. So these upgrades are continuing for now. We just finished up the Edict Fund. That's fine. Being able to exploit zero. That's probably a good thing. We've got a fair amount of it around. We've got 1 here, we've got 1 here, we've got 8 here. Yeah, that would be pretty decent. We can't really get down here, but we've got 1 down here as well. So that's a fair amount of zero that's around. No doubt about that.
Research concluded.
So I want to come in and upgrade this fleet, and this fleet doesn't need upgrading. Okay, Durasteel armor just finished, so now it does, but that's fine. What else do we want to grab here? I don't care about city district housing. If this is a building slot, I'd absolutely take it, 100%. Habitat expansion? I guess that's fine. It's kind of a reroll, though, and I don't really want to do that right now. Not with that, like, Not with that expensive of a technology. Let's grab fusion missiles. This is a much faster reroll, and we'll see what we've got for science there. So now these guys are going to need upgrading.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
There we go. So we can get that going immediately. And that'll take a little bit of time, for sure. But these guys are just going to come on in and also upgrade as soon as they arrive. Cool. So that's looking fine. We have crossed the 50k border on our fleet size, so that is excellent. We have an astral action available, and we should gain physics insight. That sounds good. Any other jobs that need to happen? Not at this moment. Okay, so we're just going to continue our upgrades. We can activate a relic. I don't think we want to do this, though. We probably just want to maintain our unity and get another tree here as soon as we can. And what tree would we be interested in? I'm not sure, but I'm looking at our energy credits right now, and I'm thinking, are we okay to cut that edict? I don't know that we are, but I kind of want to try it. I suspect this is going to be bad. Let's find out what happens. I'd like to have the Unity if we can afford this. So let's see. 186?
Research
Oh, we're
concluded.
fine. Okay, I love it. We are full on minor artifacts, and we should reverse engineer an arcane technology. Durasteel laced alloys? Okay, so that gave us access to this. We'll always have access to that, though. Battleship hull points or neutronium armor? Definitely neutronium armor. So that looks good. Absolutely fantastic. Let's continue to work through upgrading to Durasteel armor. And these upgrades will eventually finish. How are we doing on them? We're at about 95% on the second fleet. Okay, we need both of our fleets to be together, though, so that's fine. Our construction ship is
Fleet
heading on
enhancement
up.
supplied.
And we'll head into Phuket. As soon as that's done surveying, we'll grab that. And the science ship here is going to research the projects and then head over and survey Polaris. Cool. So that'll be fine. We have an available leader point here. So Kapramar here can definitely learn to do something. 8 alloys for every enemy ship destroyed. If we were going to be doing a lot of war, that would be good. We probably will be doing war, but I think not yet. Artillery weapon damage and ship weapons range is pretty neat, though. Yeah, 3 of those. Let's go. I mean, he's not actually in charge of either of our fleets, but we could replace Fernanda here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the second fleet is done being upgraded. The first fleet is about 25% done. We're giving that some additional time. And we need to continue to survey out over here, although, yeah, it's going to be a little awkward on the survey route. Indeed. But I guess that's fine. So, crystal forged plating, regenerative hull tissue. Both of those would be decent to have around. I'd like that. That would be great. So we're just waiting on this upgrade to finish up, and we're going to go take out the Ether Drake. But we probably want to give our civilian ships some time to get caught up on this. They are a little bit behind right now, for sure, even with the upgrade schedule. So that's a little awkward for us, for sure. We just need to survey here before we can get this construction ship going. We'll build our starbase here as soon as we can. A strange object has arrived in orbit of Earth. A crystalline sphere, reminiscent of our own Rift Sphere technology, it appeared without warning along no known trajectory. At such close proximity to Earth, the sphere may represent a significant danger to our people. On the other hand, it is also highly likely to contain valuable insights into the nature of dimensional travel. Well, our people don't actually matter, they're virtual intelligences, so we can just download them into new bodies. We'll just study it. Excellent.
Fleet
So
enhancement
we do have a
supplied.
job available on, or rather a worker unemployment on Earth. And we should probably consider putting in an advanced research complex here. Or actually, hang on, just a research complex. I'm also interested in potentially converting the civilian fabricator into something else. But what something else? Research lab? I guess that's fine. We'll get going on that. Cool. So out over this direction, we're going
System
to
survey
build our
concluded.
starbase here. Excellent. And then we're going to get all this debris analyzed. That shouldn't take too long. Are we done with our upgrades yet? We are. Okay. So the current strength is 54 and 48. This is going to be... Oh, we're not actually fully done with these upgrades. Yeah, our ships that were previously destroyed didn't get upgraded. That's fine. Now we're done with the upgrades.
Supplied.
So we're going to head up to Eglomia for right now. That looks fine. We're going to be coming over and surveying Polaris very soon. We definitely want to be in position to go into Aculum as soon as we're ready there. 100% we're going to want that. Okay, so we have an Astral Action available, and do we want to Astral Boost? I guess it's okay. No reason not to.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Cool. So we're continuing to get these debris researched. It'll be 90 days each. That's fine. Let's move into Polaris. And we've got a number of debris over here still being worked on. That's fine. We need to get caught up with our civilian ships, so we're just giving them a little bit of time while our military fleets just hang out over here. Research agreement, this is probably not great. This is the Union of Flip-Flap Worlds. They are inferior to us technologically. We're going to decline that. Our technology is our own. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've got another one of these debris finishing up. We've got 2 more to do. That is giving us quite a lot of research progress, so that is fairly valuable, no doubt about it. Alpha Centauri Energy needs some additional energy production. We'll put in a generator district here. Do we have anything else that can boost up energy production? I mean, in theory, an identity repository could, but I don't want to dilute those too much. Yeah, it would definitely be further diluted to build one here. I don't think that's necessarily great. So for now, I think we just put in a energy district. This tech world needs a building slot, so a city district goes in. This industrial world here, I'd love to get a building slot here. We can eventually upgrade this to a system capital complex. So for now, we'll put in an industrial district. On this tech world, a city district will do. Okay, so that all looks absolutely fine. Excellent. So we have this available leader trait for our Empress. Unity from jobs. How much unity are we actually getting from jobs? 600. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards unified focus too, given those options. So that'll be fine. Excellent. We do want to finish up these debris researches as soon as possible. There's still another one to do beyond here.
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
So let's get that done, and we, of course, need to move over to Polaris. So that'll be kind of slow. How are we doing on our tech right now? Tech. Here we go. 5 months on Zero, and 42 months on Neutronium Armor, 13 months on Plasma Cannon. Okay, we should have this Void Worm taken out by the time we have Plasma Cannon, so that shouldn't be a big deal. You know what? We should have this guy come back and build the mining and research stations. I don't know why I didn't do that. We should do that, and then he'll come back over here. That's fine. It'll take some time for him to be ready. He's just sitting there anyway. So there's no reason not to do that. He's already on his way back, so this is looking absolutely fine. Yeah, he's already in the Hyper Relay Network. We're definitely moving a lot faster. No doubt about that. Cool. Hyper Relay Network makes it so fast to jump through.
Research
So this industrial world needs a job. A Ministry of Production here is absolutely the way to go. We're going to put that in. And zero distillation, that is great. We're going to need to work on that. We need to get some construction ship going on that. It'll be a bit before we're ready on that one, I think. Regenerative hull tissue is a possibility. Auto-curating vault, None of this is amazing. I think we'll just go for additional edict fund. That'll have the net effect of giving us additional unity. So that's fine. This industrial world needs a job, and I would love to put a Ministry of Production in here. For the time being, though, it's just an industrial district. This tech world is going to, of course, get a research lab. And what else do we have here? On a forge world, yep, Ministry of Production is absolutely the way to go. Cool. This is another forge world here, and we could get rid of this moat harvesting trap. How are we doing on volatile moats? We're actually doing pretty okay. This produces 3.44. I kind of want to get rid of this and put in a Ministry of Production, but that's not really going to solve our problem. Let's do the Industrial District first. We're going to have some moat harvesting issues eventually, but this should be fine.
Transmission.
Research agreement? No, we decline this. These guys are inferior to us. Get out of here. Cool. So we are, of course, surveying in Polaris now. Let's get all that surveyed. It'll take us some time. Interesting path we're taking here. I don't know why we didn't do this path in reverse, but whatever. That is fine. So we're going to finish up our constructions over here and make our way back to Polaris. By the time we have that done, we should have Polaris surveyed. And that's absolutely fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to grab Polaris. We're going to get this ocean world colonized 100%. That is going to happen. And then we're going to come in and attack the Ether Drake. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.